Yes, we have had some audio issues. Can you not hear me at all? All right. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what the issue is with the volume. Chris, hello. Ronald. Yes, double Z's. Okay, so it flashes out a word or two. Um, I checked. I haven't kicked the cable again, so maybe it wasn't that, and I don't know. No. Yes, it is Lake Louise in the background. Nice, good eye, Colin. Jeff Martin, hello, welcome to the stream. Mark Riojas, welcome. It's great to have you here. Okay, and now I'm going to get some texture, and I have some foliage brushes that are literally, they just come with Photoshop. So I'm going to just give them a shot and see how I feel about them. I don't use these things very often, ever, but hopefully it'll give a little bit more texture. Let's go a little bit darker. Okay, now I'm going back to my regular brush, taking the hardness up, size down. the opacity up a little bit. I just want to get some deep shadowed areas, and then I'll start bringing in some highlights as well. And then I'll probably take some blue and put some blue in there as well, so that it, you know, clearly is going down towards the cooler light that's at the bottom. Seven, hello! Welcome to the stream today. And I'd like to see if I can use a brush that's going to look a little bit like the baby's breath flowers. And so I don't know that I have one, but if I don't, I'll just kind of wing it. But I think having some baby's breath on there as well will look really nice. Am I putting on this side? Perhaps, but it wouldn't be the blue light because it's on the other side. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do a little bit more with the pillar, and that may cast a little bit of a light on her, but not as strong. Just so that, you know, she doesn't have rim lights all over the place. Making the brush a little bit smaller now. Bring in a few more highlights. I feel like there wasn't enough yellow in the green. So I've just gotten it a little bit more yellow. Christopher, hello. Ranboy, Oh, Ranboo. Welcome to this stream. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, now I have too much texture and I'm going to try to smooth some of this out. And let's see about grabbing some blue. No, not quite right. I need to put that in probably the rim light layer. All right, for now I'm gonna leave those like that and get to some of the flowers. I'm going to start with like a peach pink center to them. Maybe even like her lip color actually. Let's do that. Let's just steal some lip color from her. What do I mainly draw? I mainly draw the series that I work on with my friend JP Roth. It's called Divinica. It's about goddesses. So I do a lot of that and mostly traditional. This is kind of rare for me. Well, every so often I do some digital coloring. When you do a gradient, like on her hip, for example, do you brush in the colors or do you use a Gaussian or motion blur? For her hip and any of that kind of stuff, I just paint it by hand, or, you know, I just use the airbrush tool and layer it. I would not say that my digital coloring has any tips or tricks. I probably do everything the low, slow, very, very slow snail mail style coloring. I do need to spend some time with some tutorials. I'm going to search YouTube and start learning what are the shortcuts, because I know no shortcuts. And that's really my problem right now. In order to speed up the process and all of that, I need to start learning how to use Photoshop in the get things done faster sort of way. But I'm not there yet. Tom, please no pores. Did I get a hair trim? No, my hair is just back in a clip. No, there's no haircut. There's a clip, but thank you guys. I really should just chop all my hair off, honestly. I have straight up ruined it. All right, so my plan for the roses is I want them to be kind of those multi-toned roses, not too much, but sort of in the peach, yellowy white area. So I'm doing the peach first for the center, and then I'm gonna go even more peach as we go around to the exterior. I'm gonna just start adding in a little bit more of a yellowy tone. But I want peach in the center, more in the shadowy areas. It goes more peach or pinky. And then we're gonna go a little bit more peach. Yes, you no longer need to tell me. I've got the idea stuck in my head, Rob. All right, now we're gonna go a little bit more yellow. The lines here are still black, so it looks a little funky. I'll do the color holds once I sort of have a plan for the roses, because I may change my mind. I may look at them once I'm done with this whole idea and be like, yeah, that idea sucked. I block in colors and use different blurs. I was asking because yours looks cleaner. Aw, that's so sweet of you, Dr. Dark. Yeah, just the airbrush tool. Start definitely with a big, soft airbrush. At least that's how I do it. I am in no way saying that I'm right. Thank you, Dr. Dark. So far, so good. So I'm not working in light and shadow right now, even though it kind of looks like I am. I'm mostly working in, I'm kind of trying to do, the petals are more peach as they grow out, and then towards the center, I guess, as it's a little bit thicker with petals, they are more pink. All right, going a little bit darker pink, slightly more saturated, taking the size down. We're gonna get some shadows going on. No, too saturated. Oh, Colin, that means so much. Thank you. Thank you, What the Fan Art. Oh, and What the Fan Art, I saw your post about the prints that arrived. Thank you so much for getting them. You are awesome, and I appreciate it so much. Honestly, I might need to stop right there. We'll see. All right, we're gonna go to color holds just so I can get a decent look at what I'm doing. A little less saturated. Let's see how this looks for color holds. It's basically a brown. No, not good. That might be too saturated. Let's see. Yes, I did immediately change to maybe. All right, I think that that's a decent color hold tone. And then I'll color hold the leaves, and then I should be able to see a little bit better what else needs to be done. I don't want this flower situation to really detract from Cinderella. It's just kind of a supporting element in the piece to just give it the lingerie boudoir kind of vibe that I'm trying to go for here, while still maintaining Cinderella vibes. I'm really using the word vibe a lot, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. So I don't want it to be too much and too overpowering. So I'm not going to make these like some crazy ass color or something. Then it's just too much. Oh, you're awesome, Tom. Oh, how did the soccer game go for the kids? Did everything go well? Stella, hello. Welcome to this stream. Thank you. I'm glad you like the hair. It seems like my clip is really doing a good job and everyone thinks I gave myself a haircut. I did not. Crazy sore the next day. Aw. They ran a lot of drills. Oh my goodness. Well, good for them. I did my first workout in a month yesterday. I am also experiencing some pain. Okay, now let's get the color holds on the leaves. So just choosing the darkest color that I had on there, and then I'm just taking the color slider and making it even a bit darker, because then at least I know it kind of matches, but it's darker than whatever the darkest leaf shade is, so that you can still see the lines. And that's how I choose what color I'm going to do for a color hold. It's not an exact science by any means. Ah, that's so sweet of you, Mark. I have a fair few things that I'm gonna actually make a conscious effort to study in digital coloring, because I'm running into a few issues of lack of knowledge. Namely, like, digital coloring should be faster, and it isn't for me because I am not using any of the things. I'm treating digital coloring exactly like I treat traditional, but there are a lot of things in digital coloring that you can do to speed up the process, to make your life easier. You don't necessarily have to color every single thing, or you can, you know, use blur layers or whatever, and I don't know any of that stuff, and so digital coloring actually takes me longer than traditional, which is ridiculous. So I need to do some more study, and try to learn a few things to, you know, use digital coloring to its full potential, which I am not. Juan is coming to Phoenix at the end of the month. Slushies in honor of Dawn will be had. Whoop whoop! Yes! I hope you guys have so much fun. Are you going to go to Fat Tuesdays, or are you thinking of a different place to go? Ah, that is the problem. I did not have the opacity set up correctly. Vegas in September for Juan and I. Raiders versus Cardinals. Woohoo! Oh, I'm so glad. You guys are the best. I wish I could be there for just how fun it is to watch Tom and Juan just cracking everyone up. You guys are so awesome. Okay, now it's not quite dark enough. Aw, hello, Dawn. Thank you so much. Make my brush a little bit smaller. You won't pick on me? How sweet of you. I appreciate it. All right, so I need a little bit more shadow in the rose bush, and then I need to give it more of a coherent look. I think that it's a little too, it looks too much like everything is a separate element. So I need to kind of pull it all together, and I'm going to slightly adjust the spike leaf colors because I feel like they should be a slightly different color, maybe a little bit darker, like that. Yeah. Jeremy got Evie a drawing tablet that took off like a jet. She loves it so much. That's so awesome. Yes, it's my Sherlock I'm busy shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see. Yes, there's the kitty cat. It says I'm busy. It looks so much like Sherlock. I had to buy it. It's just fabulous. Oh, you're stuck, Allie. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of highlight back into those leaves right there. Yeah, he really might. I wish he would sometimes, though. I wish he would at least, you know, try. But no. All right. I need to go a little bit darker. Ed, hello. Thank you. Matthew. Yeah, me too. Kenny, hello. Happy Thursday. I think personally the reason digital art can take longer is you can zoom in on something and spend an hour making it look just right and then zoom out to print size and realize you can't even see it. Yes, that is very true. One thing that drives me crazy is when I'm color holds aren't perfect and clean. Oh my god, drives me nuts. But also, no one will see or notice. Oh yes, that one too, 7. It sure does, Tom. A trap I fall into again. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so cool, Stella. I'm so happy to hear it. All right, now I'm going to make my brush really big and soft, and a little bit too big. And I'm going to just soften out everything a little bit. It's a little too much going on, I think. And then I'm going to bring in some of the blue from here just so that not everything is in the same color. And then I should be pretty much done with these. And I'm going to lighten something up here. That was just a little much. A little much. All right. Now let's see. It has to go over all the line art and everything. I'm going to try to see if I can find a brush that's somewhat like Baby's Breath sort of look, so that I can give that, add that little element in as well. I'm looking. Let's see if Bubble Burst will work. So I'm just looking in Photoshop, and I have like your standard basic Photoshop brushes, and that's what I'm going to use for this. Let's see. So I've just got a little bit of a gray. I don't know if this is going to work, but we shall try. It's not at a... Just deleted that because the opacity was down. And let's just see the brush properties here. I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is the brush properties. I don't want transfer on for this. So transfer kind of makes the brush go softer at the edges, like it takes down the opacity. But I don't want that here. I also don't want color dynamics because that will start, I don't know, it fucks with the color. Everything else I'm fine with, so I'm gonna go ahead and I don't want scattering. Yeah, I don't want, no, it's still doing it. The background under the front knee, there's two spots. The printer might black it out with ink. On this piece, if there is, I'll look into that after. I think it might be too gray. No. No. Wrong brush. Let's try something else. Nope. Jason, hello. Welcome to the stream today. That's a good idea. This happens to me all the time where I'll forget that I'm in the eraser brush tool and I'll find a brush that I really want and I think it's perfect, and then I'm in the eraser tool and so now I have to go look for it again. Really sucks. No. You're still not used to my new background? I know. It's gonna take a while, I'm sure. The fake tree thingy I had behind me. Oh, the like white tree with the lights. Oh, you have a good memory. That was a long time ago. I gave that to a friend of mine, so I no longer have it. Well, shit. I might have to do that later because I'm just wasting your time trying to find the brush that I couldn't find. Aw, you're so sweet, Rob. Your time is valuable, though. Nader, hello. Welcome to the stream. I totally get it that you're not used to my dark hair again. But my oh my, did I ruin my hair. I should not have done any of that, but you know, it was good. It was good. It was good to sort of see what would happen, but I cannot be blonde yet. I still have too much black hair, and the bleach is aggressive. Alright, sorry you guys. I am trying to find something that will work for her, the baby's breath stuff that I want to do. I'm going to give it a little while longer, and if I can't find something, I'll just stop looking. This might be good. Last one that I'm going to try. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Hanu's Soul. Thank you, Tom. And you get to finish visit the corners a lot. Yes. All right. I think this is a decent brush. I just need to, let's look at the brush properties for a second. All right. I need to take off transfer. And that should probably be good enough. All right, maybe let's try making the brush a little bit bigger. I will erase out. It's actually a really interesting shape. If you look at it really closely, it's like little flowers and texture, so it's kind of perfect. Question, do you often think twice on hard work, physical stuff that you might injure yourself to keep yourself able to do your work? Yeah, like I wouldn't, you know, I've thought like, bear in mind, I'm not an adventurer. I am accident prone for sure. And so I don't do a lot of stuff. I'm not interested in going on hikes. I do not like, you know, sports or anything like that. But you know, sometimes I have thought about like joining my son's jujitsu, for instance, and I wouldn't because, you know, I don't want to fuck up my hand. So yes, and a lot of times I will, allergy alert, right? If I'm gonna do something that's somewhat dangerous, like reaching my hand into the sink garburator thingy, I will use my left. I will not use my right. So like if there's something that is a risk to my hand, left hand goes, not right hand. No thumb wrestling. Did you even ask me if I wanted to go axe throwing? You missed me there. Yeah, no, I'm not a very physical person. I do help. Excuse you. I do help around the house. And I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be taking over things more for Dan because he be busy. All right, so I'm going to erase into it, but that's kind of what I wanted, was like a little bit of baby's breath in there. We had one in our old rental. There is not one here. Apparently newer homes don't have them. It was something I learned. I do secretly want to join the Demon Slayer Corps. But you know, that being said, that I like don't like doing anything remotely physical, like I still really respect it. Like the G.I. Jane movie from like however many bajillion years ago, her whole training thing was like so cool. The axe throwing place was right above Fat Tuesday. Oh my god, are you serious? As Rob says, booze and sharp objects. Not a good combo. Alright, we're going to try something. We're going to see if we like the peach tone flowers or if we want to go slightly different. Too much blue. I really can't. All right, now I'm gonna get some yellow. I'm going to take the opacity way down, and I'm just going to try adding a warmer hue up at the top, and then it's going to go cooler down at the bottom. Let's get a little bit more purple in that blue. And I'm going to just put a slightly cooler tone down towards the base of the roses like that. Maybe a little bit less yellow. Let's get slightly more peach toned. So. I'm so cautious during winter. The ice, especially one fall, can cause me to break my fall using any of my hands. Worse, maybe even throw my back. Yeah, for sure. I should stay away from butter knives. Yes. Motorcycle armor. Nice. True story, Rob. I do only work with banana swords for safety. Sloppy Octopus, hello. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. I'm loving the art that you're doing these days, by the way. All right, I'm going to turn up the light a little bit. Hello. Getting up close and personal here. It's getting darker outside. All right, now I'm going to bring a little bit more cool tones into the leaves as well. So I'm gonna just, whoops, I'm still on the flower layer. Flowers selected. Okay, I'm gonna just grab all those, bring a little bit more cool tones into the base of these as well. Then I need to erase into the, baby's breath as well, because they're a little too strong. I do not. I do the dishes. I do the cleaning. I do the laundry. Alright, the blue that I've added is covering up all the shade tones that I spent forever working on. So I'm going to put it on another layer. I'm going to set it to color, and I'm just going to do that here so that it doesn't get rid of all the work I just finished doing. Laundry and draw comics, right? I fancy. What's for dinner tonight? Dinner tonight is mac and cheese and ground beef. and season. So I season it, and then the kids have mac and cheese. All right. The new home of the great meaty balls. Yeah, but the kids, we've kind of stopped getting the meaty balls. Kind of turned out that me and Vienna really didn't like them, and Lyndon, is the only one who did. Dan didn't eat them, so we have moved on to different food. Lobster mac and cheese is the only way to go. Because you be fancy, Tom. So Tom, what did you say you're working from home 3 days a week now? Oh, that's a good question, Seven. Here's a comic art question. Would you work better during which era, 60s, 70s, or 80s, using the styles from each time? None of the above. I'm way more 90s. 3 days at home, 2 in the office. Are you happy about it? Aside from the drive, which I know you had a really long commute, but otherwise, are you happy about it? Def 90s here too. That Jim Lee Scott Williams style really changed my life. You can't corner me. True, you can't put me in the corner. Be funny if I had to put myself in the corner. I probably should. There are many times I have said much inappropriate things. You're very happy with it? Oh, good. Nobody puts me in the corner. I'm sure somebody could try. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. I'm gonna take the baby's breath layer and turn it down a little bit so it's not so intense. My folks always said I should have lived in the 60s, the 1860s. Oh my God. Dinner tonight is ground beef and mac and cheese, Keeman. Oh, for sure. Stockings time. He sure can. So I really thought that my desk was my desk, but Sherlock has started taking to sleeping in my desk, on my desk. I'll post a picture about it sometime when he's there. He's not there now. He's over there, snoring away. Thank you, Mark. I have had a rough go. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. This has just kicked me in the teeth for no good reason, you know? Sometimes you're just a shitty artist, and I've had a real shitty artist week. So, it means extra much right now. Thank you, Mark. So, now I'm gonna relatively colored. Done. Now I need to start tying it all together and working on, you know, making sure her skin matches with a bluer background, cooler tones, you know, getting the highlights to pop a bit more, all of that stuff. And then also deciding on the final color for her stockings, which I think should be a bit more silver toned. It's more appropriate for Cinderella. So I need to make them more silver, and then I need to color her gloves and garters, which I haven't colored at all yet. They're still in flats. Thank you, Hanu Soul. Well, I'm struggling through, let's put it that way, because I'm certainly not going to hand something over to Zenescope that I feel is bad, you know? So I just need to kind of push through the pain. You're doing amazing, Dr. Dark. Timothy Brown, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you, Steve, and hello, how are you doing? Have you been lurking, or did you just make it to the chat today? It's hard to feel that way sometimes. It really is. Her art's all right. I still prefer mine. Oh, best Juan comment of the day. I love it. Her art's okay. I still prefer mine. I love you, Juan. You're awesome. Speaking of you and art, have you had a chance to draw lately? I haven't seen any of your art lately, Juan. I totally get it if you're just too busy, you know? I know you have a life, but curious. Not to brag, but my art makes Waffle Man look I can't say it worthy. I cannot French. You're working on something for Mermaid? Nice. You had French for 2 years in school. Hated it. Poor Allie. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this, but we're giving it a shot right now. I've been needing to do this too. I need to lighten up the color holds here. Yeah, I can see your chats on Facebook, Timothy. I was so bad, but loved math. Well, that's awesome. All right, now I can move a little faster. We are in the less detailed areas. I spoke too soon. Never mind. I have not 7. I've got an idea for a horror-themed Lady Death. Nothing on paper yet, just been braining it. The concept to make Lady Death a little more classic death looking. Could envision it as a Halloween cover. Cool. See you later, Timothy. You can speak English, sort of. I love that. Thank you, Philip. All right. So, I'm going to, I don't like the stockings being that light color hold, so I'm gonna do that in a minute though. I'm still processing that. And I'm gonna work on her gloves. So, we're gonna get going on that. Good night, Mark. Thank you for stopping by and for being so kind about the piece. I appreciate it more than you could know. I hope you have a fantastic evening. And keep up the amazing work on your own art as well. Summer Dragon. Hello. How's it going? Welcome to today's stream. So her gloves would be somewhat satin. So I need to give them a decent amount of contrast to give that shiny appearance. So let's get started with some shadows here. So I'm in the like really desaturated purpley gray tones. If I need to change that, of course I will, but for now I'm just giving it a shot. So much could go wrong. And I'm going to take the hardness of the brush down now completely so it's a soft airbrush. Get a little bit more of a softer shadow going on. And then I'll move back into the harder airbrush and we'll do a bit more shadows and then start adding in some highlights, I think. Hello, Hal. Thank you for stopping in during the hockey intermission. I heard that the Flames are in the Stanley Cup. Is your team in the Stanley Cup right now? I am a Canucks fan. Previously, very loosely, because Dan used to be. So I'm not really rooting for any team at the moment. But who are you rooting for? That's the better question and what I'm getting at, actually. Okay, let's go really light here. Devin, hello, how's it going? Long time no see. Montreal fan, but Leafs may actually win the first round series. So no particular team then. I'll still go Canada. Oilers all the way. Is anybody else watching the hockey games? I can imagine a bunch of you are, no? They decided to pass on the playoffs, or they just didn't make it in the playoffs? That is crazy, Dr. Dark. And did the team you were rooting for win at the end? I've never heard of 9 overtimes. That's insane. I assert it was a choice. Wow. Oh, they chose to suck this year. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's not looking too good for Tampa. They may go down to the Leafs tonight. Oh, so that's who they're playing against? Sorry, Almons. I can imagine you're rooting for Tampa, right? That is amazing. I'm feeling pretty proud of myself that I know what a hat trick is. Go me. They did away with the unlimited OTs, yeah. Not that I was aware of that, but I can see why. You mostly have soccer. You hate soccer. Aw. Sorry, Allie. That sucks. Okay, I'm going to take the hardness down and bring a little bit more light into this part of her hand. And I think I have made an error in judgment. And I made the line art for her hands too light. So I'm going to need to go in and darken that. Toronto hasn't won a first round since 2004. Sheesh, that's a long time. Alright, we're gonna go darker with that line. See if this is dark enough or too dark. Yes, when you pull back, it loses the definition. So yeah, I had to go a little bit darker on that for sure. And then I'll see about putting some of the rim light onto it. So let's give that a shot. Rim lights. I'm gonna just select the hands again. Go to rim lights. To take the opacity all the way up. I think it would be more of a pure blue. Erase that. Because it's not on skin and it's on white satin, I think that the blue would be a little bit purer. So I made it a little bit more saturated here. Thank you, Hal. That means a ton. Thank you, thank you. Okay, save break, water break. Thank you, Maud. Definitely like the background. Thanks, you guys. That means a ton. Really, hugely, truly, thank you. I basically finished like coming up with the background plan 15 minutes before I was supposed to go live. I was just like, oh my god, I have to figure this out. I've spent all day just hating everything. So thank you, thank you. The booty tickling roses. Jeff, hello. Welcome to the stream today. No old person jokes are unbearable. They're all jokes are welcome. Okay. I've been avoiding it. I haven't wanted to do it, but it's time to focus on her stockings. Unfortunately. Ooh. Alright, so I don't like the color holds that I did at all. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and erase them for now because they're driving me nuts, and I'm just going to leave them black until I figure out what I'm going to do. So we're just going to do a quick erase. And I'm going to go more silver, I believe, in my coloring of her stockings. So I have to lean into the blue, silver tones for Cinderella. That I know. So, but just for now, so that I'm not getting thrown by the color holds, I'm just going to take them off. We're going to plan everything. We're going to get the color that we want, and then we will change it. So I have put some sparkle into her stockings. I want more sparkle, I think. Is an unfunny string of words a joke? True. Possibly not. All right. Here we go. We will figure this out. just gonna start doing rough colors on both of them, both the front leg and the back leg at the same time for starters. All right, I'm gonna do them on a new layer. I'm gonna do them on a new layer and then I'll decide if I like them or not. I think you should make her stockings an homage to your Batman PJs. I don't know if Zenescope would like that very much. They are most certainly not sexy time pants. they're men's pajama pants that I bought at Walmart. They're certainly not something to have on a lingerie cover. Aw, that's so cool. Well, I'm so glad that Twitch is recommending me sometimes. Thank you for joining today. The one drawback that I have as far as going full silver with her stockings is that I don't... True, DC would not like it either. Is that I do want the main light source to be up here by her face. I know that there are some lights behind in the background, but again, up at the top. So down here, I'm going to go, or down here, I'm going to go more desaturated and less, and darker, really. Like, even the base of her hip is darker right now. There will be some ambient light from the pillar or whatever, and I'll figure that out soon. But I'm not going to make the entire stocking extremely bright. Even in stockings, if the leg was in shadow, it wouldn't be glowing bright white, right? So I am going to keep some of these elements. Are you snoring? I'm talking to Sherlock, by the way. My kids are too old for me to take that tone with them. So what I do for starters is I'll shade it, and then I will take the regular airbrush, and at least in Photoshop, you go down into the brush properties, which I don't think the window is going to show up for you guys here, but you go to, there's normal and then there's dissolve. So I use dissolve a lot, and that makes this kind of speckly look. And I do some with really light, some with really dark color over her leg already being painted skin tone, so that you still see bits of skin coming through, and then you see the dark and the light specks on top. And then what I'll do at the end is I'll take that layer and I'll blur it so that they're not such harsh dots like this. If you look, it almost looks like salt and pepper if you look up really closely. So I'll blur this so that they're a little bit softer. And that's kind of how I do a lot of the sheer stockings, say on Lady Death or whatever. I do this, a variation of this. For this one though, I think I need to adjust the color perhaps a little bit. No, that's going to take away her skin tone in there. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Is it Modder LP? Is that how I say your name? Thank you so much. Devin says, I've missed a couple streams. Is Lore home? Aw, you're so sweet to remember that, Devin. No, Lore is not home. He's decided to stay in Victoria for the summer, and he is gonna get a summer job and just kind of hang out there. I think he really likes it in Victoria. Am I on diffuse? No, I'm not on diffuse. Dissolve, sorry. You're literally the first person on Twitch. Yay! Thank you. I'm so glad I said your name correctly. I'm usually butchering everyone's names, so. Maybe, Rob. Yes, Sad Dawn is sad. He will come for a visit for his birthday, hopefully. So he's trying to make sure that no matter what kind of summer job he gets, that they are aware and pre-approve him coming home for a visit. Yeah, he's getting all grown up. Alright, so the thing I need to remember is that with silver toned stockings, anywhere where there's a shadow or an overlap of the stocking, it would go lighter. And that was the thing I had to learn when I was working on that Joan of Arc piece. Let me erase this. Start over. Take the saturation down a bit. Sad Dawn will be sadder Dawn when Vienna leaves too. I know, right? The sadness is unbearable. Back to the game. Have fun, Hal. Thank you for stopping in to say hi. You skipped a Christmas visit home from school as well. You went off to England. Oh, wow. Juan, you can come out of the corner. Since you sent yourself into the corner, that was interesting. I've turned off the sparkle glow stuff, and I'm just going to try just a soft airbrush and lighten some of this up. I'll just kind of try a few things and see how it looks, because it might, yeah, see, that looks like she's got like an extra bump in her leg, so that didn't work. It's only mildly soul-crushing that we are not enough for you, Dawn. I don't want to be soul-crushing to you, Steve. Harry never went home from Hogwarts for Christmas, and all turned out okay for him, kinda. Child number 3 is really looking forward to all the parental attention, I'm sure. Yeah, we're trying to like make sure we don't smother him. Nando, hello from Brazil. Welcome to the stream today. I am working on a cover for Zenescope. It is Cinderella in lingerie. And this one is not so much lingerie. Alright. I do want to lighten this up, but I don't want to make it look like her leg is kinked and turned funny, because that, yeah, even what I did there made it look like her leg is kinked. Might need to go almost darker here. He may enlist Sherlock in taking over the world. Possibly, yes. Brazilian 42, thank you. Rob, thank you so much for doing that. Alright, I might have to go back to skin tone first here. Just get a little bit more skin because it's already too dark, and I think I went too far there. All right, now we'll get some highlights going on. Maybe I can get away with some over here, and then I'll start putting in the shadows, and then I'll do the speckly brush situation again. Something tells me smothering is not really a danger from the Forest Lord, only the Empress. Forest Lord will just make him work out. He sure does. Welcome, Brazilian. Thank you for stopping in. No, too purple. Gonna go more blue. Yes, better. Random visits are so awesome. All right. Now, I'm going to start doing some more of the sparkly stuff. I just had to get a bit more skin tone involved in this area. Going to purple to take this down to blue. Oh, thank you, Brazilian. And yes, Dr. Dark answered. I'm a comic book artist, so I do work in comics. Yeah, true story, Devin. It's gonna be very, very strange for us. I'm not gonna lie. Still feel like I need to put a little bit more into this area, perhaps? We went too bright and shiny. What works did you work on? Help on. I have done covers for Zenescope, Aspen, Rothic, Lady Death, well, Coffin Comics. Yeah. Image Comics. I'm trying to remember. Dynamite, Valiant. So I do covers for a bunch of companies. Then interiors I do for Rothic. I've done interiors for DC and for Zenescope. So I do, but mostly Rothic. And now I work with Rothic, JP Roth, she's my friend, on Divinica, which is a series about goddesses from all different pantheons of mythology. Had to go kill a killer bee wasp thingy for the wife. Good for you, Rob. Save Mary like a knight. Good night, What the Fan Art. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you always for your kindness and support. You are awesome. Have a wonderful evening. Yeah, these are kind of more of the tone that I want. I'm happier with this. Now I just need to add in some more shine and highlight and shadow. So I'm going to start with shadow, and I'm going to put this on dissolve again, and that's what makes the little speckly shit. I'll show you guys. And I'm going to darken this up a little bit. So I don't know if you guys can see. It kind of looks all speckly. I'm going to get that in the shadows here too. Okay, and then I want like a light yellowy cream. Will I be going to NYCC this year? I signed up for NYCC, but I haven't heard back yet. I don't think they're gonna let everybody know until, I can't remember when they were gonna let us all know. Not yet. We will find out, I think sometime in June, who all is going. You could. Theoretically, you could use it for skin texture. It's just you don't have very much control on... you don't have very much control over, like, how much it's going to put there. I don't know. Yeah. Just want to blend it. The con schedule still has Orlando. Yikes. Okay, I will fix that. Thank you for letting me know. I don't really want to put too much. That might be too yellow. I went too yellow. I still need to decide on when I'm going to Fan Expo Canada. Yes, you can hear him. He went downstairs because it's almost 8 o'clock and that's when it's his dinner time. So he's waiting by his bowl and yelling at me. But it's 10 minutes still and he needs to wait. Awesome Con in DC. Oh, are you going to Awesome Con? You hear a very fat pampered cat. It's amazing you guys could hear that. He is fat and pampered, a little bit spoiled, and he's obsessed with Vienna. Yeah, Garfield, basically. All right, I'm going to switch to the back leg, and to do that, I'm going to select it on its own for a little while. Because I feel like the front of her thigh is not being covered by anything, so it would be more shiny, sparkly. And then I'm going to get the darker tone and put that here. And then let's go even darker for the back of her thigh until I figure out the pillar and if there would be any kind of ambient tones in the pillar. I'll just give that a little something. All the more reason you should use your indoor voice. It's a con I know of that artists in India that come to. I remember the artist for Archer was there years ago. Yeah, I just have never made it to that show. I should go there at some point. All right, I'm taking it off dissolve. It's back on normal because I want to put a little bit more. Oh, I'm not on that. Not on that leg. I want to just put a little bit more contour here. I set it to multiply. All right, so let's see if it's better. I think so. I think we're getting there. I think it's a little bit improved. Perhaps I don't like the additional blue I put in, so I might erase that. Yeah. What kind of cat is downstairs? A British blue short hair. Love it, Rob. All right, and then her thigh itself needs a little bit more attention now that we are getting the highlights in a little bit more. I'm gonna just get my brush back to normal. A few more minutes. I'm gonna take the hardness of the brush down, size up a little bit, and we're gonna get... I was thinking it didn't feel blue yet. Yeah, I'm not going for blue on her tights. I'm going for kind of a silvery tone. But, yeah, I hear you, Rob. Right now I'm doing a highlight on her thigh. We're just gonna soften it out. Just made the brush a little bigger. Took the opacity down a smidge. Let's try something. I don't feel like it's cheating at all, Dr. Dark. That is one of the things in computer and digital coloring that I need to do better at, and actually, you know, use those tools to make life easier. Yeah. So I tried that. Just took the opacity down a little bit. Yeah, that works. All right, let's, I do get what Rob is saying though, so I'm just gonna put these two together real quick and merge the layers. And what is this layer? Don't know. All right, I'm going to select it and let's see if we can get them a slightly different color. Let's see if we can maybe take the saturation down to make them a little bit more silvery. You were leaning into the chrome one. Let's see. Ah, yeah, that is really good. Ah, Sabine colored it. Awesome. Hello, Kaiser. Yeah, you have a good point, Rob. long do these pieces usually take? I've never really timed myself. I did time myself one time for the drawing of a cover. So like broken up throughout an entire week, I did 13 hours to get the cover finished. So through the approval process and all of that stuff, it took me 13 hours. No, you're so sweet, Rob. Thank you. And I could not agree more. They take less time than answering DMs. True story, true story. All right, you guys. It's time for me to sign off and say good night. I will see you again for my Friday auction, which is for this book. I'm going to have to cover the boobies because it's on live stream. Here we go. So this book is going up for auction. It is a Lady Death book. It's in a top loader. And this one's going up for auction on Friday on my Facebook page. You just comment with your bids. So here she is. Sorry about the glare. So she'll be going live Friday. And of course, I will see you all on Saturday for the mid-month print release. And then again on Tuesday for more live art. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Nice to meet you. Thank you to all the new followers. I really enjoyed this live stream. Thank you guys for your kindness, and I hope that you have a fantastic evening. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Good night.